Good afternoon. Welcome to our performance of the St. James Wind Ensemble and St. James Jazz Band, which is the group seated right behind me on stage. We appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to come join us. My name is Steve Raisley, and I'll be sharing some information with you throughout the performance today. Hopefully you got a chance to pick up a program, but if you didn't, don't worry about it. I'll be sure to give you some information as we go along. As I mentioned, the group before you is St. James Jazz Band, conducted by Ryan Westbury. We have 3 tunes to perform for you today. Our first piece is Chameleon by the jazz legend Herbie Hancock, who is still out there performing to this day. The Herbie Hancock Institute, I'm the one who wrote this, you would think I'd be able to read it. Herbie Hancock Institute of Jazz, along with countless other jazz musicians, help promote jazz music through educational programs and international tours, just to name a few aspects of that organization. So sit back, enjoy this funky arrangement of Chameleon by Michael Sweeney. For the wind ensemble, I sit here, so you won't have to wait as long when I get here. Because I'm not built for speed, so you're just going to have to wait. Our next piece is the classic jazz standard, Fly Me to the Moon. Originally titled In Other Words, Kay Ballard was the first one to sing it back in 1954. Frank Sinatra put his spin on it in 1964, and that recording was played on the Apollo 10 mission to orbit the moon. Today, you have the privilege of hearing the vocal talents of one of our own, Andrea Catangay. So sit back and enjoy Sammy Nestico's swinging arrangement of Fly Me to the Moon.
me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. I love you. Thank you.
So after the jazz band has finished their portion of the concert, just give us a few minutes for the wind ensemble to get set up. Our final selection is St. Louis Blues. It was composed by W.C. Handy in the blues style and was published in September of 1914. It was one of the first blues songs to succeed as a pop song at the time and remains to this day a staple of the jazz repertoire. Composer Handy said he had been inspired by a chance meeting with a woman on the streets of St. Louis, Missouri, who was distraught over her husband's absence. That's all I got. So feel free to Google it. I probably wouldn't recommend it, but go ahead. Today we're going to feature several soloists. First one is Raymond McKinley on alto sax, followed by Jeff Ferretta on tuba, then Brandon Nairn on trombone, James Dykes on trombone, and then we'll finish with Johnny Hernandez on tenor sax. So here's Michael Sweeney's arrangement of St. Louis Blues. told you, real close. All right, thank you for your patience while we got the wind ensemble set up. We are ready to go. Our first piece is called The Walking Frog. This march by Karl L. King is considered a two-step march. It was originally written as circus music for clown walkabouts. Circuses would have a live band provide music for the performers, and in between acts, this march was specifically for the clowns, and they would entertain the audience as the next act was getting ready to perform. So please welcome our conductor, Ryan Westbury, to the stage as we start off our performance with The Walking Frog. Our next selection, American Salute, has been played by bands for close to 80 years now and has become a staple of wind band literature. It's based on the tune When Johnny Comes Marching Home Again. It was written in 1942 for an orchestra in the early days of World War II. A government radio program producer wanted a salute to America and requested Morton Gould to compose it. Gould wrote the piece in less than 8 hours. American Salute has become Gould's most popular work. The composer attended a performance of the piece given by the United States Military Academy Concert Band on the last evening of his life. Please sit back and enjoy Douglas Wagner's arrangement of American Salute. So if you're trying to figure out what our theme is for this concert, good luck with that, because outside of the fact that they are all great pieces of music, there is no one common thread amongst them. With that being said, we did try and came up with tunes from the filing cabinet, sampling of music from multiple genres, so that fits. This performance is a direct result of the generosity of attendees like yourself that have allowed us to purchase the sheet music that we are playing. So to those that have donated in the past, we thank you. Just remember that later, because it's a callback. to give the members a little more time to recover from American Salute, I would like to remind you, as we have for every performance, that we would love to have you join us up here on stage. Not just like right now, just stay where you're at. What we're saying is, if you or someone you know has played an instrument in the past and would like to join us again, please do. It's okay if they haven't played for a while. Just come join us and enjoy in making music. Whether it means you play the first note, last note, that's fine. No one's gonna know. It's okay. Come and join us. So if you know someone that could benefit from being a part of a group and getting to play music and make music again, please let them know of our group. We do have a Facebook page, we have a website and all that. Just search St. James Wind Ensemble, and you can find out more information there. We also have our jazz band, so if they want to play in jazz band, we'd love to have you as well. As you can see, we keep growing, and we're thrilled that that happens. That's a good problem to have. We're thrilled to have more people in this group. So again, if you know somebody, please let them know. We'd love for them to join us. And now, yeah, okay, they're ready. And now to our next piece, Song of the Gandy Dancers. It was written in 2007, commissioned by the University of Alabama Wind Ensemble. Here are the notes straight from the publisher of the piece. The Gandy Dancers were railroad workers from a bygone era. In this piece, you'll be taken on a stunning journey to this lost time and hear oral images of railroad scenes and the heartfelt songs of these forgotten laborers. And now here is Song of the Gandy Dancers by Richard Saucedo. Dancing in the Air is composed by Yo Goto, a composer and educator in the field of wind and percussion music in the United States and Japan. Don't try tapping your foot to this one. That's not a challenge. The time signature is all over the place. For those who may not know what I'm talking about, the time signature is a way composers can organize the notes so the musicians can play them. It's the meter, the feel, the pulse of the music. Marches tend to have a straight 2-beat pattern. You can easily tap your foot to or clap along. This piece has several time signatures. We start out in 4/4, which is easy to follow, so feel free to tap then. But then eventually, we start moving back and forth between 3/4, 2/4, 4/4. Then, we really try to mix it up, and now we move into 6+4, so now we're adding math. Fantastic. Don't even try to figure that one out. I haven't. I'm still trying to figure it out. We have a hard enough time, and we're the ones playing it. So, and that just keeps us on our toes. They also add a 9/8 time signature along the way, as if that wasn't enough. So all that to say, it is a fun piece to play. It's got an airy feel that gives way to a light dance section. So please enjoy Dancing in Air by Yo Goto. Yeah. Whew. All right. We're having fun yet, right? Yeah, we're having good. Good. Yeah, great. All right. Our next piece is titled Sun Cycles. The essence of the Egyptian sun god Ra is the inspiration of this piece. The opening section, Sunrise, represents the beginning of a new day. The music becomes more vibrant as Ra is reborn and emerges as the sun. Journey Through the Sky is the second portion, and that takes the listener on Ra's daily excursion as he flies through the sky to a lively and dance-like theme. The music turns darker and more subdued as Ra makes his descent into the underworld. Finally, the piece leads to the renewal, which completes the full cycle of the sun god's day. Here is Sun Cycles by Brian Balmages. So before we play our final selection, we do want to let you know that if you do wish to join us, or you know someone that wants to join us, we start back up rehearsals on Tuesday, April 9th from 7 to 8:30 in the band room here at Cane Bay High School. The jazz band, if you want to be a part of that, practices an hour earlier at 6. I do want to remind you all that we never charge to attend our performances. Remember I said it's call back. But we do accept any and all donations. Please do not feel obligated to donate, but we are thankful for those who can help us out. Your grateful donations have helped us to purchase sheet music that we can use for our concerts like today. Complete sets of sheet music for our group is a significant amount of money, and as our group continues to grow, so does the cost of those sheets of music. With your help, we were able to program concerts that we hope you have enjoyed over the years that we have been playing. If you wish to make a donation, we'll have some young and adorable volunteers posted over by the exit. Yeah, see, we know what we're doing. Yeah, glad to accept your gift. On behalf of all the musicians, thank you for coming out this afternoon. We hope you have enjoyed the music you've heard today and look forward to seeing you again at our next concert on Sunday, May 3rd at 4 p.m. right here in the auditorium of Cane Bay High School. Please check our website and pass along the invitation to others. And now for our final piece, September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. If you are of a certain age, we're not going to see what that age is, you are highly familiar with this group. Maurice White formed the group in 1970, started cranking out the hits. Shining Star, Boogie Wonderland, Let's Groove are just a couple of the many hits they have had. Even though Maurice passed away back in 2016, a version of the group still tours the country to this day. You can check out their website for all kinds of information about the group and tour dates. Today we're going to play September. Most younger people are probably familiar with this tune as a meme every time on Facebook when the date of September 21st rolls around. That's just how it is. Feel free to tap those toes and even sing along if you wish. We can't stop from doing that because we're busy playing. So groove along with us and enjoy Earth, Wind, and Fire September, arranged for band by Paul Murth. Thanks again for coming out.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. I haven't talked to you all day. Thank you for coming out, and thank you for the band sitting behind me. Because, guys, they just kind of go along with whatever screwball they have in my head. We usually have a theme for these concerts, and quite frankly, I didn't have a theme for this concert. I just had cool tunes that were in my head, and I want to play them. That's really all it boiled down to. Except for this last tune. This last tune is a little bit different. This last tune is for Jeff Norman. And I don't know if Jeff Norman rings a bell for any of you out there. I met Jeff Norman in 1998 when I was a senior at Furman. I was assigned to student teach under his supervision. And I'll never forget my college professor saying, hey, listen, Ryan, there's a new guy out there at Wren. I think he's pretty phenomenal. You need to go learn. And that's the reason I was assigned at Wren. Not only was Jeff just an amazing musician, he's one of the best people. Him and his wife, Donna, are just some of the best people you'll ever meet. Everyone became their children. I can't tell you how many meals I had over at his house during that year of student teaching with him. His wife, Donna, would pack lunch for me just to make sure that I was eating every time I came to work. I worked with Jeff, and then I ended up at lunch with Jeff and his wife, and they were just like my parents, making sure I'm doing everything I should be doing, making sure I'm on the straight and narrow. They clothe people, they feed people, they take people in, there's no questions asked. They do phenomenal things. I can go on and on about Jeff. He left Wren High School, became the band director at Greer High School, and somewhere in there, at some point he became the assistant director at Clemson. He worked with the Clemson marching band. We lost Jeff just a little bit ago. He had to have jaw surgery, and complications from that jaw surgery, and he's no longer with us. And he left a huge, huge hole in the band community here in South Carolina, just his tremendous presence. But the thing about Jeff, and if you knew him, Jeff was always smiling. Jeff was always having a good time. This tune, September, was always called up first when Jeff was in charge. And at his funeral, the Clemson Tiger Band came in, and this was the first thing they played. So that is the reason we're closing out the concert tonight with September. This is for Jeff Norman.